Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. We are playing Love Island again. I recognize that in the past episodes, the last three episodes, I was saying it was Volume 1, Episode 1. While it was Volume 1, Episode 1, it's actually of the season called Catching Feelings. So it's technically Catching Feelings Episode 4. I was thinking that the different volumes meant different storylines. However, still the same storyline, but now we're technically going into volume 2 of the Catching Feeling storyline. So, anyway, off camera, well, not really camera, but off recording, I changed my hair to a longer version because the hair that we had, even though it's a lighter color brown than what I have, which I kept the color the same. However, it was very shorter hair, but my hair is actually really long. Like it's almost down to my belly button. Actually, it might even be past my belly button now. Just to my belly button now. So it was like ridiculously short. And while I can pretend for so long that it's like pinned back, I can't do it anymore. I want it to be a little bit more like me. I wanted to add a tattoo sleeve, but I don't see where I can change that in the settings, so I didn't change that. I just changed the length of my hair. Everything else the same. I didn't buy any new clothes or anything like that. It's just the hair. Um, just because I really, really did not like the short hair. So we're going into Volume 2, Episode 4 of the Catching Feelings series. So it says a new arrival in a sexy game causes a stir. Just as a reminder, last episode we ended off with the results of the compatibility test, and it turns out that we did not fully match on with anyone. Zen and Eve both were matched together. Leah and Andre got matched together, which is crazy to me, makes absolutely no sense. Even to me, just knowing who the characters are, just by going through the first three episodes, they don't even feel compatible. And then Candace and Oscar were obviously matched as compatible together, so now they are coupled up. I get it a little bit, not fully. I find that she's way too head over heels for him, but they do have a very playful energy together. So, especially with what Oscar wants, I think that Candace actually might be the girl for him in this villa at the moment. So, I'm not too mad about the Oscar Candace matchup or the Zen and Eve matchup because I don't really care about Eve. And Zen, he just kind of floats by for me, not someone I'd want to be with, but I feel like I could bro out with him, you know? So understandable. I'm okay with those matchings, but the Andre Leo one kind of caught me off guard. However, now with what happened leading up to the end of season 3, episode 3, where a new boy bombshell came in, we haven't actually seen what he looks like, but they said hi Mel, and it says that we recognize the voice. So I assume it's more than likely going to be probably an ex or a guy that we were talking to on the outside. All the girls are saying that he's downright gorgeous. So let's get into it and see what's going on and see what the actual true story is behind why we recognize this guy's voice. Welcome back to Love Island, where Mel's about to come face to face with her perfect match. Oh, yeah. Also, this new bombshell came in. It said that we were a 5 out of 5 perfect match. I also find it very ironic that a lot of these matches are like 5 out of 5, 4 out of 5. They also kind of ask things that are really surface level, not really things that like, and only giving three options to choose from. Like, if you're thinking about a true compatibility test, it kind of seems like it'd be like asking only 5 questions isn't really a true compatibility test. Even personality tests have like at least 50 questions. Obviously they're not going to put that in a game, but I'm hoping that, you know, if they were to ever do this in like an actual Love Island, if they haven't already, that it would be a true compatibility test and not just one that's like super super base level. Anyway, it was only the other day when I received a call from a mysterious admirer telling me that they were the perfect match for me, whispering sweet nothings about strong connections, big packages, and moving in immediately. I was a bit disappointed when a broadband provider turned up on moving day, but in fairness, they weren't lying about the package size. Anyway, will Mel be looking to upgrade to couple status with a hunky new bombshell? Let's find out. I have a feeling we have a really weird backstory with this character. You gasp at the sound of a familiar voice saying your name. His face flashes in your mind's eye before he walks in. You know the name behind that voice. Are we choosing which of these guys? And I said it on the last episode, anytime that they try to make this particular guy as someone who is extremely, compatible with your character supposedly, or someone that would potentially be a fan favorite or like player favorite to choose, to me they always make it somebody who's less better looking than characters you can't match up with or something like that. And I'm telling you right now, these three characters, Jordan's okay, Kelvin and George, no, I can't. Like, Kelvin looks like he's about 42, and well, we look like we're 20, and George looks like a guy with no passion. I'm not saying that they're not, like, it's not like, obviously we don't know them yet, but that's just the vibe I'm getting. Are we gonna say that we know Kelvin? Do we know George, or do we know Jordan? And I really want this guy to be a really negative character, but I don't know the storyline yet. Like, to me, if this was a guy that we didn't like on the outside, I honestly want to say George, because I don't want to like this character. That's just the vibe I'm getting. But I'm worried that if I choose George and I don't like George, I like Jordan. Jordan looks cute. He looks put together. Look at him. But I'm worried that if I choose George, it's gonna be like, oh my god, I can't believe you're here, and then we jump on him. You know what I mean? Like, maybe it was like a really, really close friend that we had, or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, or like the love that got away. You know? So I don't like. I feel so conflicted. Kelvin's not even in the question to me. Okay, one, I find it really weird when people wear like sweater like hoodie vests like that. Like, that's really weird to me. Sleeveless hoodies. I can't with that. George or Jordan? Two complete opposites, by the way. I'm worried that if it is an option where I'm worried about the scenario that we actually really like this character and we have a very amicable background, I don't want it to be George. So we'll do Jordan. No way, Jordan? Yeah, see, I look happy here. This is exactly why I am happy that I chose Jordan over George. Also, Jordan is hella cute. The other girls would no way for George say, oh my god, that is a bombshell to George. Just saying. No, wait, Jordan? Yes, sir. Bet you're surprised to see me here. What the heck is going on? Andre looks between the two of you, confused. Okay, but between them, Andre is much cuter, in my opinion. You guys know each other? More than just know each other. We're friends. This is wild. Come on, get over here. Greet him with a hug. We're friends. We're gonna be amicable. You run into his arms, a warm sense of comfort enveloping you as he gives you a squeeze. That's better. David, I'm not done interrogating you yet. You glance over your shoulder to see everyone staring at the two of you, exchanging puzzled looks. So you're telling me new bombshell is Belle's mate? Mel's mate? I said Belle. And he's a hunk and a half. Eve, undo your claws. Wait, I thought you were with Anna. What? Not anymore. Me and Anna broke up. Since when? So you're 100% single, right, Jordan? Why do you care? And then this is exactly why we don't like Eve. 100% she was doing something with someone last night. The people who were... So, last episode, if you're not 100% caught up, you should go watch that first, because everything kind of blends in together, and everything that happened in this episode is kind of like things that you need to know from the previous episodes. Like, it's a continuous story. So last episode, we were getting hot and steamy with Andre in the shower, and we heard two voices. So first we heard Oscar saying something, and we assumed that Oscar and Candace, I couldn't remember her name. Oh my gosh. Oscar and Candace were just like kind of like, flirty, and they were hugging and kissing and making out and all that stuff. And then so we went to bed after me and Andre were done, and then I got woken up in the middle of the night because people were moving around, and there was two random voices saying that, okay, well, no one's gonna know about this, right? And to me, that means that there's two people who are not in a couple with each other who are doing things they shouldn't. And I would not be surprised with how Eve's acting here that it was her. And I'm curious that voice, when we heard Oscar and we assumed that he was with Candace, if maybe he was with Eve. I would not be surprised, just because of everyone who was like, because when we came back from Sleepover Villa, we were really close with Oscar, and I honestly, after the first episode, I was like, okay, well, maybe Oscar's the one that we could like try to pursue. But then we get back, and Leah and Candace were like in a love triangle with him already. So it was really weird. And then I was like, I'm not gonna invest my time into that. I'm gonna invest my time into Andre, because Andre is also really nice, really cute. We're on the same page, and it was someone who I could see myself with in real life. So anyway, long story short, I could see both Eve and Oscar doing that. I would not be surprised. But I could also see Zen also sneaking out of bed to kiss somebody else, because he's already done it before, but so has Eve. So I think that Zen or Eve would have done this, but with Zen saying, "Why do you care?" I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't Zen. So I'm really hoping we actually get to find out what actually happened that night. I assume we would, but I'm hoping we do. So, also, how do you guys like the long hair? I like it so much better. It's still shorter than what my hair is now, but the only other options that were really long that were like that were like braided ones. That is typical of like African American culture and the Caribbean culture and stuff like that. And that's not and I never wore my hair that way ever in my life. And I never would. It's not something that I would do. Um this is more of what my hair looks like. It's a lot more bouncy, it's a lot more wavy, and it's long. I want to get curtain bangs, which is hilarious, so this is a lot more my vibe. So let me know what you think of that below, and if you like it or not. If you guys like the shorter hair better, I will change it back to the shorter hair. Maybe in other seasons we can, play around with um, different types of characters that we can go into the villa with. And I also saw an option on here from when we first started that you can enter as a plus size woman. And I would love to do that in the next one, just for diversity. Anyway, Zen tells Eve, "Why do you care whether or not Jordan is single?" Eve shushes him. "Don't interrupt, it's rude." "You're rude, Miss Fang." Look at Zen's face here. He is so mad. Right, I'm gonna have to sit down for this. Let's go to the loungers. Everyone heads out together, crowding around Jordan as he takes in his surroundings. You all gather on the loungers. Jordan is the last one to sit, and Eve pats the spot next to her, but he doesn't notice. Instead, he swaggers over to you and flops down right between you and Andre. "Yeah, make yourself at home." I'm still in shock. What happened to Anna? It's a long story. Oh, who cares? Anna is ancient history from the sounds of it. Eve. Girly. This, like, to me, is just so, like, I hate her. Like, I don't really usually say that, like, I hate characters, because I always find that there's a lot of, like, because of, like, my behavior background, like, because I have degrees in psychology and behavior science and stuff like that, and I always, have the benefit of the doubt when it comes to people, because people always have a past. But this girl has flown through guys. She has been matched. She was matched with Andre, and then even though the day that they were matched, she was kissing Zen. even though they were not coupled up. And then she was all over Zen, but didn't like when Andre was flirting with other girls. And then she gets with Zen and was so completely enamored with Zen. And then now she's just throwing him aside because Jordan is here. And she's dismissing his feelings and saying, oh, shush, it doesn't matter. Let's get back to Jordan. And of course, his girlfriend is ancient history. Focus on me. Focus on me. You know what I mean? Ugh. I can't stand this character. Like, I really can't stand her. She needs to go. I didn't realize you split up, I said. Exactly, leave her in the Ice Age where she belongs. Jordan's summer begins now, and the only thing hotter than the scorching sun are the 4 girls sitting in front of him. I'm Eve, by the way. Candace. Leah, nice to meet ya. There's a moment of silence as the girls take Jordan in, their eyes lingering on his toned arms and chiseled abs. And we are their partners. Oscar. It's great to meet you. I'm buzzing to be here. A summer in the sun with some new mates feels like the dream right now. He's a right charmer, isn't he? Look at that dazzling smile. Even I'm blushing. You and Candace both, mate. Andre relaxes his shoulders. So, Jordan, how do you and Mel know each other? Funny story. We met at a wedding. At a wedding? Yeah, 6 years ago. I made the cake. And I was a videographer. A videographer, huh? Cool job. He's irresistible. We get it. Me and Mel were the only 2 people that weren't on the dance floor. We gravitated towards each other and got chatting. No, we're not saying that in front of Andre. There was a bit of a misunderstanding, actually. Let's not get into that. It all comes back to you. The way you were looking at each other, you thought he'd ask you to dance. Only for him to reveal he had a girlfriend. Jordan's laugh brings you back to the present. You're right, we shouldn't get into it, but at least we can laugh about it now. Anyway, we found out we were both working for the same agency, and that was one of the many things we had in common. Yeah, we chatted for ages. We bonded over watching others get married, or we shared wild wedding stories. Wild wedding stories. I always love hearing about wild work stories from people because it's so interesting to see the crazy side of people's industries. Especially because I've worked at hotels for like over a span of like 6 years, and so it was like it's very the amount of stories that people have is insane. Wild wedding stories, absolutely. Working in the wedding industry, you see some wild stuff go down. I remember I worked at a resort, and my best friend, she was working at the winery where they were hosting a wedding, and literally one of the wedding guests got so drunk, and he was so mad at like her for a reason because she was the supervisor on site. She got mad at something or whatever, and then he like threatened to hang her from the rafters of the winery. So I expect nothing less than crazy at weddings. It's always nice when they go well. But some people are crazy. So I still can't believe some of the things you told me, says Jordan. Like, what do you mean a cow burst in mid-vows? Oh, that's cute. And she mooed in the groom's face. At least I got a laugh out of him. He seemed so nervy before. You and Jordan smile at the memory. As cute as that is, we still don't know the most important thing. Is Jordan the bombshell Mel is supposed to be most compatible with? Your phone pings with a text as if in response. I've got a text. Mel, you and Jordan scored as most compatible in the compatibility test. Hashtag 5 out of 5. Hashtag it's a match. Jordan glances down at the floor bashfully. So you 2 are mates and also high-key compatible? Interesting. Right, I think Jordan over here has had enough of you girls grilling him. How about a tour of the villa with the boys, mate? Nice try. You boys are just quaking in your sliders. She loops her arm through Jordan's. He's Mel's friend, so us girls gotta get to know him first. Defo, seems we barely scratched the surface with the story there. Ready for your first debrief with the girls, Jordan? Ready as I'll ever be. We're not taking his arm. To me, if you're gonna be friends with somebody and you like work together, like you work for the same agency, you're likely going to work with each other again on weddings in the future. I really, 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 really recommend people do not date people that they're working with or people that they have that there are their clients or whatever. Like I've had multiple instances of girls that I'm working with at a hotel ending up dating guests at the hotel and it never works out. It always ends badly. It's very messy and it's just it should not happen. Like if you are dating somebody that you didn't meet at the location and they come and stay to visit with their family and stuff like that, I understand that. But to be like flirting with a regular or flirting with a guest, and then you end up dating them, it's messy. Very, very, very messy. So we're not going to take his arm because this needs to be platonic. Just in the way that my values are. If you met somebody at work or you're dating, you found, you get a client that was just so amazing and you guys ended up hooking up, good for you. I just think that it's very, very, very messy a lot of the time and it doesn't usually work out for the best. Just in what I've witnessed and experienced personally. But if it worked out for you, I'm very happy for you. Candace links his other arm and the three of them walk ahead of you while you and Leah follow behind. Later, boys. I honestly just want to talk to Andre. Like, I don't even want, like, I already know Jordan. I don't need to walk around with him, to be honest. You feel Andre's eyes on you as you and the girls whisk Jordan off to the daybeds. The girls crowd around Jordan on the daybed, soft curtains protecting you from the sun. Mel? Candace? Why didn't you tell us you're friends of the Total Smoke Show? He's cute, isn't he? I don't see him like that. Don't go making his head bigger than it is. Absolutely. We're gonna be playful with him. Candace, no, his head is big enough as it is. He doesn't need your help. Me, I'm humble as they come. Did you just flex your arms? Did I? Big head, big arms. I like where this is going. Of course you do. I wonder what Andre will make of all this. What do you mean? Jordan is interrupted by his phone going off. Oh wow, I got a text. The girl scooch closer as he reads it out loud. Jordan and Mel, tomorrow you will be making your steals. Hashtag bombshell on the prowl. Hashtag double steal. I'm glad that they're not forcing us to be a couple. Because I really, really want to be platonic with Jordan. I don't want that to be anything that is super, like, I don't want it to be flirty. I don't want a relationship with him. I don't want, like, and if you end up becoming, in a relationship with your friends, like, I totally understand that. Like, it happens. I just don't want that for my character. So, the girls all squeal. Double steal, this is pure drama. Wait, does that mean one of us is going home, though? Why would one of you go home? It's an equal 4-4 now. Unless one girl and one guy gets dumped, but I feel like that, I mean, I guess it could make sense if it was a double dumping. But to have only 3 couples in the villa for super long is, like, really weird to me. She bats her lashes at Jordan. Are you saying you want to be stolen, Eve? No, I'm not saying that. It's early days, isn't it? Don't get me wrong, I fancy the pants off Zen. He caught my eye from the start. But he's got a serious player reputation, and it's got my back up a bit. Girl, so do you. I need a boy who takes me seriously. I know what I deserve. Girl, you've gone through 3 guys. That's the spirit, girl. Why are we also in our pajamas? What about you, Leah? It's early days, yeah. I'm not closed off in any sense of the word. Does Andre know that? He's clearly exploring something with Mal, so I'm sure he does. Not to mention there's a girl in here who's just my type. Better not be looking at me, buddy. She raises an eyebrow at you. Don't tell me. Oh yeah, your bestie's popular. And before you ask, it's the same for me. No one's married off yet. That makes things easier for us, right, Mel? Also, Candace saying that is hilarious to me because he didn't ask her. We're so turning heads. It's not as easy as it seems, or I've got no clue. We're so turning heads, for real. I fancy our chances. We're not exactly new to turning heads. Oh, you two are bad. Girls, why don't we give Mel and Jordan some privacy? I'm sure they got major catching up to do. 100%. We'll see you guys in a bit. Later, handsome. The girls strode off, leaving you and Jordan alone. Have you been watching the show much? Yeah, like I'd miss out on the goss before coming in. Got anything juicy? Juicy doesn't begin to describe it. The stuff I know would throw a spanner in the works if it came out. In what way? It could blow up the couples immediately. There was some sneaking around last night. This is what we want to hear, babe. Who snuck around? Let's find a place to talk and I can give you the lowdown. Plus, I see how you're looking at Andre. Not you calling me out. Well, I've got intel on him. Stuff you should know. I reckon we should have a proper catch-up before things get real in here. Show me around the terrace and I'll fill you in on what you've missed. Yes, because I don't want something to be going on with Andre that I don't know about. If he says that it's something that I need to know, I want to know. And who better to get it from than our fun little bestie, Jordan? When have I ever turned down a gossip session with you? I was hoping you'd say that. Come on, take me to the terrace. You can't help but laugh. It's this way. You lead the way, your mind swimming with questions. Jordan takes in the stunning views of the island. Wow, I can see this being my favorite spot in here. You're welcome. Now spill it. Who snuck around and why? Geez, I haven't even sat down yet. You pat the seat next to you on the sofa and he plops down, folding his arms behind his head. Nice and comfy. Jordan. Right, back to the goss. It was Oscar and Eve who snuck out. Man, I'm on fire. I told you. I knew it was them. I knew it. 100% when we heard Oscar, he was talking with Eve at that point. He wasn't even talking to Candace. Like, oh my god. Speaking of people who've gone through people, Oscar has gone through every single girl in the house, all 4 of us, and now Eve has also gone through every single guy in the house. And she was saying that she doesn't know she wants to be with Zen because Zen has a player reputation, when Zen has only been with him and Candace. Yeah, and Candace. But even then, him and Candace were matched based off, like, not his choice. You know what I mean? So, like, but he liked Eve right away. And so he's, like, 100% on Eve. Well, 80% on Eve. He still likes us a little bit. So, like, I feel bad for Zen, honestly. Which I'm also at the point where I'm, like, 95% sure it's supposed to be Zane. So I think I'm just going to say, like, Zane or Zen every single time that I see his name. Because I wish I knew how his name was supposed to be pronounced. So we'll go to calling him Zane. It was Oscar and Eve who snuck out. Low-key makes sense. If we could clock it, it makes sense. I saw that coming from a mile away, to be honest. You did? Yeah, I picked up on vibes. It's not that I picked up on vibes between them. It's that if people were sneaking around and it was people who were not in couples, I don't think that Leah would do that. And then Candace is so enamored with Oscar that I don't see any of the other girlies doing that. Like, I think that Eve is just who she is. So she's worried about Zane. I was supposed to call him Zen. She's worried about Zane sleeping or like hooking up with other girls and stuff like that because he has a player background. And then she's doing all this. Like, I'm not surprised. Nothing gets past you. I won't lie. I never saw it coming. Having watched the show, I didn't think those two would click. They were both focused on different people the whole time. But what exactly went down? They both snuck out of their beds last night. It seemed planned. They went out to the pool where they skinny dipped. They skinny dipped. And they kissed, too. I feel bad for their partners. We literally just partnered up and everyone seemed really happy with who they were partnered with. Like, especially Eve. Like, Eve was so, so confident that she was gonna get Zayn, and she really, really wanted to be with Zayn. So why did she plan with Oscar to meet up with him after hours? Like, that's so weird. To sneak out of their bed and go behind their backs like that, I don't imagine they know. Which, I mean, to me, it's like, feel bad for their partners, but the thing is, everything that I did in the shower with Andre, like, to be fair, Leah knows that me and Andre have a thing going on. And so, is it a little hypocritical? Yes. Um, but I find that it's just because of Eve's background in it, like she's doing it to everyone, and technically so is Oscar. Like he's leading a whole bunch of people on at the same time. Like it's crazy. Like he was with Leah, but also having a thing kind of with Candace, and then we go to Sleepover Villa where I came in, and then he was all over me, even though he had a thing with both Candace and Leah in the villa. And then we come back, and I'm like, I didn't know about this three-way love triangle situation. I'm not doing this. And I backed out, and I focused on Andre instead because he's so cute. Um, and then now he's getting with Eve. Like scummy. Like it's just you're going through everybody. Like they've gone through every single partner now. Like that's wild. I don't know. I don't imagine they know. They don't. Only me and you know. And I'm with you 100%. To be open and exploring is one thing, to be dishonest about it is another. But you've known everyone longer than me. You know you know best what to do with this info, and I've got your back no matter what. Did you get a sense of why they chose to do this now? They seemed happy in their new couples. That's the funny part. They both said they were happy with their partners. But they said that since they were both focused on literally everyone else most of their time here, they were left curious about one another. Apparently, the physical attraction was there on both sides, so they just went for it, I guess. That's the stupidest excuse I've ever heard in my life. Seriously. If you want to get to know someone, you can do it without getting physical with them or having to do it in the middle of the night. You can easily start having a conversation and be friendly with someone during the day. You don't and see if there's any vibes there. Like that's so crazy to me. Was that some wild attempt at sarcasm from them? Huh? Because that's the stupidest reason I ever heard to cheat on your partner. Them slipping and falling naked in the pool is somehow more believable. You're not wrong, Mel. Maybe there was an important detail I missed. Was too busy shaking my head and covering my eyes to pay attention. There are situations like this where, like, if this was actually in an episode, like, I go through it all the time with, like, movies and TV shows where if there's a moment that is so stupid or so cringe, I literally stop the video and just hold my head. Because I'm just like, how is this so cringe? Like, I can't deal with it. And I physically have to stop the scene from happening for a moment for me to, like, deal with it properly. So they both agreed to keep it a secret forever and went back to their separate beds. Classy. Jordan starts cracking up. I knew you'd say that. So what's the tea on Andre then? Any sneaky links I should know about? Nothing like that, don't worry. He's been a stand-up guy from what I could see. He's actually told Leah everything. Everything about Jordan avoids your gaze. You know, the shower. How did she react? She was upset, I won't lie, but at the same time, she appreciated that he was honest. I mean, he always said that he was an honest guy anyway, and that he needs someone who's upfront with him about that kind of stuff, so kind of on par. He's always been open to her about his connection with you, which I appreciate, but it's also like, why wouldn't he give me a heads up saying, like, hey, I talked to Leah? Because, like, it would have been nice to know that he's talked to her, so that we don't have anything like caught off guard. Not that she's that kind of type that would, be vicious about it, but it would be nice to not be like, not see it coming and be blindsided, but it is what it is. That's what makes all the difference in my books, to be honest. Having it out in the open is the right thing to do, and everyone can make their own decisions from there. But there was a chat between him and Zane. I almost called him Zen again. Zane, I thought you'd find interesting. Tell me more. This was when you girls were in the dressing room, right after the compatibility challenge. So after the new couples were decided? Exactly. Andre had a heart to heart with Zayn, where he confessed that he's more into you than Leah, and that he was hoping he'd be coupled up with you after the challenge. I love hearing that. That's music to my ears, I can't lie. I can see that. You're blushing. I am not. You so are. There's something else you should know too. Wait, there's more? Yeah, there's more people interested in you. Because when Andre said that, Zayn said he doesn't blame him. He's got a little crush on you too. He actually said that? Oh yeah, don't be surprised. You're no stranger to turning heads. Ask any of my guy friends. I mean, Jordan. I'm still processing the fact you're here. Honestly, me too. Are you ready to talk about what happened with Anna? Not yet. It's my first day in the villa, and I don't want to dwell in the past too much. I'll tell you one thing though, I'm excited to move on. Honestly, I don't blame him. Like, I think because this is on TV as well, everything that happened with him and his ex girlfriend, it doesn't need to be necessarily talked about. I think that this is something that they could have, like a conversation they could have on their own outside of the villa. They don't need to be having this inside the villa on camera. This is something that's like personal. Maybe Anna doesn't want everything that goes on in their relationship out there. It's probably just easier if he keeps it to himself and they talk afterwards. Before you can press for more, which I wouldn't anyway, Jordan's phone pings with a text and he reads it out. Islanders, get ready to sync up and test your physical chemistry in the sex energy challenge. Hashtag get your body moving. Hashtag less talk, more action. We better get ready. See you at the challenge stage. You wave Jordan goodbye and rush to the dressing room to find the girls. You and the girls bundle into the dressing room, reeling from the challenge announcement. Sex energy, huh? It's in the name. The time to look hot is now. I agree. We will be buying a gem option here because if we're not a smoke show in this challenge, I can't deal with it. I know that I said at the beginning of the series that I wasn't going to spend gems on useless things. My viewpoint has kind of changed, especially with this first series. I really, really, really kind of want to just like go through the way that I would hope that my experience would be if I was ever on Love Island. Not that I want to go on Love Island, but I'm just saying in general, this is what I would want. And with a smoke show like Jordan in the villa, I'm going all out, which is another reason why I opted to change the hair and pay the gems for it. Set the tone, Mel. You're our style icon, says the fashionista over there. It's crazy. Oh, I actually love that. Don't love the pattern on that. That's too extra. We've already talked about that. Ooh. No. I really love the black, but you can't really see like the lace up on the top as much. I think it's between this red and this black. Ooh. I look good in red. In real life as well, but this character also looks good in red. So we're gonna do the red bikini. That outfit change totally suits you. You give the girls a twirl. How's this for inspo? Unfair, we'll never keep up. You look absolutely stunning. Six energy, more like a main character energy. Thanks, girls. The other girls change into their swimwear and touch up their makeup. I don't know. Okay, so these are like the regular outfits. That's what I thought, but sometimes they change up. To say we look sexy would be putting it lightly. Time to show the boys what we've got. You all rush out to meet the boys, excitement fizzing in the air. As you strut out to the challenge stage, Andre motions you over. Hey, gorgeous. Your eyes meet and he smiles. You look unreal. Like, wow, I seriously wasn't ready. Thank you. Don't know what the sex energy challenge is about, but I hope it involves me being as close to you as possible. Especially when you look this stunning. I hope so too. Are you a mind reader? Because I was thinking that too. Maybe. Were you also thinking that it's a shame we're not alone right now? Because that's defo been on my mind. There you are. Jordan catches up to you, running a hand through his hair. Ready for your first challenge, Jordan? Yeah, buzzing. He notices your outfit, and look at you pulling out all the stops. You've come prepared. You got that right. That outfit really suits you. Thank you. You notice Andre is looking a bit tense. Jordan gives him a pat on the back. You okay, man? Yeah, mate, all good. You're interrupted by your phone pinging. I've got a text. Everyone gathers around you as you read it out. Islanders, welcome to the Sex Energy Challenge. You will work in couples to compete in obstacle course in perfect sync. The couple that scores the highest will receive a special prize. Hashtag get sexy, hashtag sync to win. A special prize? You better be in top form, Andre. I won't let you down. You notice his gaze drifting to you. It's a couples challenge. Does that mean for me and Mel? What does that mean for me and Mel? Your phone instantly pings with a text. Mel and Jordan, as the only single Islanders, you will be paired together for this challenge. Couples, get ready for round 1. Dodge the spray. You and Jordan exchange a look before you turn to the challenge stage, where water sprinklers burst through the ground. Come on, we've got this. You and Jordan take your positions at the starting line. You glance over at Leah, who's climbing on Andre's back, her legs wrapped around his waist. So how should we do this? Competitive to the max. I am so competitive, it's not even funny. We do it the fast way. Don't know why I bothered asking. Shh, focus. You climb on top of his back, wrapping your arms around his shoulders. He steadies your leg over his waist and holds you tight. The klaxon sound, and all the boys sprint ahead while carrying their girls, trying to dodge the water sprays. Jordan breezes ahead, swerving around every spray. I just hit my hand off my computer. Jordan breezes ahead, swerving every water spray that comes your way. I'm someone who talks with my hands, so I swung my hand and it hit my computer. Keep it up. You glance over your shoulder to see Zane and Eve are already soaking wet. You're supposed to dodge the water spray, Zane, not run into them. If you tied your hair up, maybe I could see what I'm doing. Can't hear you over the sound of the water sprinkler you're standing on. Oscar and Candace quickly overtake them, both making an L with their thumb and finger. Enjoy your shower. Oscar is fast and athletic, effortlessly carrying Candace up on his shoulders. She throws her arms up in the air and cheers gleefully. They fall right behind Andre and Leah, who are leading the way. Leah leans in to whisper in Andre's ear. Right, then left, you've got this, babe. Just following the leader. While Andre is busy dodging the sprays, Leah turns around and blows you a kiss, blonde hair flowing behind her. You narrow your eyes as you approach the finish line. This is it. Now is our chance to overtake them. Yes, boss. Jordan dashes ahead, holding your thighs tight to keep you in place. Whoa. Andre tries to overtake him, but falls just a second behind, and the two of you are the first to cross the finish line. Winners! Told you all those morning runs would pay off. Well played, guys. Well, we'll get you in the next one. He shoots you a flirty glance. Andre's phone pings with a text. Islanders, get ready for round 2, slimy obstacles. You look at the obstacle course in front of you, each part covered in a thick layer of green slime. Something tells me I'm gonna miss the water sprays. We can always go back. Right. We already smashed round 1 out of the park. How should we play this one? Should we go fast as possible? We're not going to go slow and steady, but should we go as fast as possible or distract everyone else? Let's distract everyone else. Let's be, a little funny, a little playful. We play this one like we play games night at your sister's. Distract everyone else until we win? Exactly. Showing our friendship, right? As the klaxon sounds, you scream and point to the sky. What's that? Huh? Did you see something, Mel? Is it a hummingbird butterfly? I always wanted to see a hummingbird butterfly. While everyone else is distracted, you and Jordan race to the first hurdle, a tunnel covered in slime. Ladies first. Such a gent. Lets me dive straight into the slime. Boy, I'm just following your lead. You crawl into the tunnel and take your time crossing it, knowing you've got the lead. You're smashing it. Quick, follow me before they catch on. Oi. Whoops. You glance behind to see Oscar and Candace are now trapped in the tunnel. Move, babe, they're blocking the way. Can't, I'm stuck. How are you stuck? We're literally covered in slime. Geez, sorry that I'm too big and muscular. A big head is what you have. Oh, tension. You try to ignore the noise and focus on the next hurdle, which is a slime-covered beam. Not gonna lie, that looks tough. Just stick to the plan, yeah? You cross the beam when Jordan falling behind you, sussing out the competition. Wouldn't have it any other way. Ah! You slip, but Jordan quickly catches you before you fall. Thank you. Don't worry about it. You're doing great. In front of you are Andre and Leah, who are laser focused on crossing the beam, each step perfectly calculated. You see an opportunity and you go for it. Nice hair, Andre. Thanks, I'm quite fond of it too. It's no. Leah bumps into a distracted Andre and falls. Andre quickly jumps off the beam to help her up. You okay? Yeah, are you okay? What were you thinking? We were so close. You and Jordan exchange a conspiratorial look as you leave them behind and dart to the next obstacle. Behind you, you hear Leah whispering to Andre. She's good, isn't she? Zane and Eve are leading the way as you reach the final hurdle, a ball pit covered in slime. You notice the slime hardly seems to stick on them as they crawl their way through it, still wet from the sprinklers. Aw, miss you guys. See you when you manage to catch up. Next summer, probably. Jordan gives you that look he has when he's plotting something. Let me carry you on my shoulders. We can totally beat them. Let him carry you. I'm competitive. We're going for it. Go on then, let me get to that finish line. He kneels in front of you, letting you climb onto his shoulders. He holds your legs against his chest and stands up, the world growing small around you as he lifts you up into the air. Hold on tight now. He crosses the ball pit in a few strides while you punch the air in victory. Zane and Eve stare at you in disbelief as you catch up and overtake them. Missed us, did you? Just how? Before you have a chance to respond, Jordan carries you over the finish line. Yes. You share a victory hug as he helps you down. What did I tell you? Islanders, get ready for the final round. Blindfold maze. Boys, you must navigate the maze together with your partner while wearing a blindfold. Girls, you must guide your partner through the maze as he carries you. Hashtag in the dark. Hashtag communication is key. Listen, we walked it so far. We've got this. You all wipe yourselves clean and follow Jordan as he grabs a blindfold and moves to the starting line. Ready? Let him just keep you up bridle style. No, we're gonna climb on his back. I feel like we have a better vantage point if we're on his back. You nod and climb onto his toned back, watching his shoulder muscles contract as he steadies your legs around his waist. Comfortable? Very. Blindfold him. We're gonna blindfold him. This is not to be sexy, okay? This is... He's already holding me. What, he's gonna drop my legs to put on his blindfold? No, it just makes more sense this way. Functionally. You take the blindfold out of his hand. Here, let me. You slip it over his eyes and adjust his hair the way he'd do it himself. That blindfold is so cute. Comfortable? He gives you a cheeky grin. Very. As the klaxon sounds, you study the maze in front of you, determined to be the first to cross the finish line. Go straight for now, Jordan. Nice and easy. As the first turn of the maze approaches, you notice Oscar has caught up to you, carrying Candace on his back. Do we tell Jordan to go faster or sabotage the other team? I feel like we've already done a lot of trickery today. Let's just tell Jordan to go faster. Jordan, take a right and make it quick. Heard and understood. He darts off to the right and you wave at Eve as you breeze past them. Great, now take a left. You round the corner only to find yourselves neck to neck with Oscar. You and Candace shout in unison. Go right. You can't help but laugh as Oscar somehow takes a left and stumbles straight into the foam wall. I said go right. My bad, I heard all right, as in you're all right, Oscar. What am I gonna do with you? As the finish line looms in front of you, there's just one couple marching ahead. It's Andre, holding Leah in his arms. We flirt with Leah to distract her or don't flirt. I feel like kind of like what we did for Oscar and them. I think we just don't sabotage. If we lose this round, we lose this round. We still won 2 out of 3, which still makes us the winners. So we're just not gonna flirt. You ignore them, focusing on the maze ahead. Almost there, Andre. We're about to win this. Are we? There's just one left turn before the finish line. Whisper it. Careful so Andre doesn't hear. You whisper the instructions into Jordan's ear. Left now, yeah? What? I can't hear. Before you respond, he stumbles into the foam wall head. Oh. Dang. Damn, it was left, wasn't it? Sorry, I've got this. He takes a left and carries you over the finish line. But Andre and Leah are already there, celebrating their win. You did it, babe. Wait, let me get this thing off. There's an awkward moment as Andre takes off his blindfold and you lock eyes right as you cross the finish line with Jordan. That was the final round, right? Who won the prize? You're interrupted by a text ringing out. I've got a text. He reads it out. Andre and Leah, you are now tied with Jordan and Mel. How are we tied? There was 3 rounds, and me and Jordan won the first 2. So how did Andre and Leah somehow tie us there? I actually don't understand that logic. There was 3 rounds. We won 2 rounds, 2 of the 3, which means we won 66%, which is majority, which means that we won. I don't... Like, what was that, double? Was that a 2-pointer? That doesn't make any sense. As a result, you've won a special date together. Hashtag double date, hashtag sparks will fly. This was purposeful. I bet you even if I yelled for Jordan to go left, Andre would have heard it and they would have won anyway. Bet you anything. This seems very storyline oriented and not choice oriented. Because of all the tension between us and Andre, this seems planned for us to do a double date like this. Andre locks eyes with us. Double date, huh? This should be interesting. This worked out even better than I expected. She raised an eyebrow at you. It's a good way for all of us to get to know each other too, I guess. Let's get ready then. You wave the others goodbye as you go ahead to get ready for your date. A refreshing shower later, and you're in the dressing room thinking about what to wear. This does not seem like a choice wear thing. Since we purchased this one before, I am going to go with this option. Because I know if I do the basic one, I think it's not going to do as well as if this one that I purchased last episode or the episode before. So we'll go with the shorts. You head off to catch your ride as soon as you're ready. Oh, so, see, and it's like a picnic. Like, this was the perfect outfit. The 4 of you find yourselves in a beautiful meadow, a picnic blanket laid out for you. The smell of wildflowers fills the air, birds are singing from the treetops. Wow. Lush, isn't it? But there's only 1 blanket. We'll fit just fine. Andre makes a point to sit next to you while Jordan sits on your other side. Scooch closer to Andre. I love Jordan, he's a bro. Definitely like a brother-sister situation. Maybe even best friend situation. But Andre's our bae. We gotta focus on him. You shift your body in Andre's direction, leaning a bit closer to him. Hey you. Don't mind me, just getting comfy. Jordan starts pouring glasses of bubbly for the 4 of you while Andre prepares the snacks. He hands you and Leah a plate of strawberries and cream. What a gent. I am, though you haven't taken your eyes off Mel this entire time. Me lies. She's still looking at you as she twirls her hair. Andre laughs as he waves a hand in front of her. See, it's happening again. He turns to you with a cheeky smirk. Can't blame her, though. I listen and I don't judge. I love Jordan. Mel, do you like strawberries and cream? Definitely. So good. Even honestly, strawberries with blueberries is really good as well. Strawberries, blueberries, maybe even bananas. Like, I could see it. I don't think any really others that I would really eat with whipped cream, but yeah, they're a bit of me, yeah. That's putting it lightly. She absolutely loves them. Does she now? Oh yeah, anytime they were at a wedding, I'd have to distract her or there'd be none left for the guest. He's not wrong. You and Jordan chuckle to yourselves. You two sure seem close. Yeah, close. Jordan hands you a glass of bubbly. Here, let's cheers to winning. I was gonna say to new friends, but winning sounds good too. How about we cheers to our gorgeous bombshells? She locks eyes with you as she says it. Yeah, cheers. He gives you a wink. As you clink glasses and take a sip, you can't help but notice an awkward atmosphere settle around you. Ask them how they feel about the steal or break the ice with a double date anecdote. No, we're going to talk about the steal, because this is what we all want to see. Let's get the awk bits out of the way. How's everyone feeling about the steal? Well, it's early days, isn't it? It's not. I'm not thinking about it too hard. Whatever's meant for me will find me. Yeah, same. Honestly, that's a really good attitude to have with it. And this is why we love Leah as a girly, okay? Like, the other two would be upset, for sure. He smiles at you while Leah locks eyes with Jordan. Jordan, tell us more about your work. What's your favorite kind of event to film? Oh, depends on the season, but I love doing the summer festivals. As Jordan and Leah discuss all things corporate videography, Andre leans closer to you. The scent of his aftershave takes over your senses as he whispers in your ear. They're distracted. Now's our chance. You whisper back. Our chance to do what? I don't know. Hide behind a tree? Be alone? You look unreal, and I can't bear it. I want you all to myself, even just for a bit. His gaze drifts to your lips. I don't have the gems for this option. I really want to spend alone time with Andre, but we already spent gems to go into the shower with him. We're gonna let the opportunity pass. I don't want to spend more money on gems right now, so maybe in the future, just not right now. I don't know, isn't that kind of rude? We're not interrupting anything. Look, they're still talking. We could also talk, or not talk at all, as long as I'm alone with you. We're gonna let the moment go. I'd rather we stay here. Of course, that's fair. A text rings through your phone. I've got a text. Islanders, your double date is now over. Please head back to the villa. Damn, over so soon? You heard the text. Get up, everyone. You lead the way back to the car, the others chatting behind you. You come back, and after a quick outfit change, you rejoin the others on the lawn. The Islanders have already gathered on the lawn, their faces stunned as they turn to look at you. Everything okay? Mel, look at this stunning bracelet I found. Okay. I wonder who it belongs to. Give that to me. Eve grabs the bracelet from Candace's hands. Guess I shouldn't have left it lying about. What? Jordan, what's this about? I brought it in, so... She completely ignores him as she inspects the bracelet closely. Guys, Mal's name is engraved on the inside. Wait, is that... I don't understand. Why have you brought in a bracelet with Mel's name engraved on it? Jordan looks at you sheepishly. So Jordan brought a bracelet from Mel into the villa, huh? Honestly, I'm kind of jealous. No one ever buys me jewelry. The closest I got was when one of my exes bought me a studded necklace with a nickname on the tag. I thought she'd finally accepted my hairy back, but it turned out the Fluffy in question was actually her dog. Come back next time to see what this bracelet business is all about and what drama is going to cause. That was juicy. Not messy like the other ones have been. We got to see our boy Andre for a bit. Jordan seems very much like a bro, but it's giving that like romance movie or romance novel feel to it where you guys are such close friends and one of them is you guys are dating separate people, and then when you break up with those people you realize that that person is meant for you all along. That's what it's giving. And especially since it's called Caught Feelings, like the storyline, I wouldn't be surprised if the expected route to go down is to date Jordan. Um, Honestly, I really like Jordan as a character. Between him and Andre, I do really like both of them. Because of all the history and having so much chemistry, I know that I was talking a lot about like dating coworkers and stuff, but if they're both like subcontractors, I guess, like you're not seeing them all that often. It's not like you're working in super close proximity with them. It might be fine. Um, we'll see how the story continues. This bracelet thing is kind of interesting. Like if it was like a home, like something I had at home and he brought it in for me, it would be different, but by the way that he and everyone else in the villa reacted, I have a feeling he got a bracelet and personally got it engraved to say my name on it. Like, if that is the case, then that's just so cute. Like, I really want to know the story with him and Anna now. Like, I know that I said that, like, if he doesn't want to talk about it, he doesn't have to talk about it. It is a kind of a private thing. But if them two were, like, if we were to get together with Jordan, I would want to know what happened with Anna. Because last time we saw Jordan, they were going so strong. Did they break up because he realized he had feelings for us and he didn't want us to go on Love Island? Like, it's very interesting. I'm very excited to see where this storyline goes, to be honest. Um, yeah, well, if you like this video and you liked the story and everything like that, please drop a like, please subscribe if you like the channel and all the other videos I've done, and if you want to see um, the rest of this series, everything like that. I am planning to do the other series and stuff that they have as well for Love Island. I'll probably take a decent amount of breaks in between while I'm playing some other games from Steam. But I do also really, really like Love Island, and I'll probably do some episode stories as well because I find them just like pretty fun. It's a good little hangout. The episode stories would be a lot quicker as well. Like they won't take an hour per episode like Love Island has been. They've definitely come a really long way from when they first started the app and everything, because the first story was nowhere near as messy as this one. Um, and it's just so nice to to see how these companies and stuff progress as they figure out where their footing is and how they truly want to run things and how they want the app to look and to play like. I don't like how many gem options there are. I find that it's kind of followed episode in that way. I shouldn't have to have gems to have any storyline progress. I think that's not like you're thinking of games. Like I don't really like that, and I know that a lot of creators who do episode stories feel the same way, and a lot of them refuse to pay for the gem options, which I completely understand. I think I'll only really do gem options for the first series here for Love Island. I don't really want to continue to pay for the gems after this Catching Feelings series. So um we'll take it as we feel, because even like now I said I didn't really want to spend too much money on gems, and I've already done a lot of gem options this far, and we're only just finishing episode 4. So we have 32 episodes left, and I'm already like so low on gems that I don't really have much options I can choose from when it comes to gems. So we'll see how it goes. Um, but I really hope you liked the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!